NBA fans, if you thought the Western Conference Finals were over, think again. After two tough losses on the road, the Minnesota Timberwolves returned home to the Target Center and delivered an absolute statement in Game 3, crushing the Oklahoma City Thunder 143-101. And leading the charge? None other than their superstar, Anthony Edwards, who completely erupted, giving the Thunder a taste of their own medicine. Coming into Game 3, the narrative was clear: the Thunder, the number 1 seed, held a commanding 2-0 lead, and their MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, had significantly outplayed Anthony Edwards in the first two contests. SGA looked every bit the league's best, while Edwards seemed to be a phenom with room to grow. But Saturday night? Saturday night was Anthony Edwards' night. From the opening tip, Edwards announced his arrival to this series in grand fashion. He didn't just outplay Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for a significant stretch. He outplayed the entire Oklahoma City Thunder team. In a blistering first quarter, Edwards single-handedly outscored the Thunder 16-14. Yes, you heard that right. One player outscored an entire NBA team in a playoff quarter. He ended up with a game-high 30 points in just 30 minutes. Getting to watch the entire fourth quarter from the bench as the Wolves had already built a colossal 37-point advantage. Edwards' approach was simple, yet devastating. Just ultimate pressure on the ball and shoot it as much as I can. He was incredibly efficient, hitting 6 for -8 from the field in the first quarter alone, and finished the game an outstanding 12 for 17 overall, including a fantastic 5 for -8 from three-point range. This is a huge turnaround after he shot just 4 for 17 from deep in the first two games of the series. Edwards, who led the league in three-point makes in the regular season, simply said, "Just getting back in the gym, watching shots go in and just keep trusting it. That's all." That trust clearly paid off, as he also chipped in 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals, a true all-around performance. This was Edwards' 15th career 30-point game in the playoffs. A remarkable feat for a player aged 23 or younger. He now trails only legends like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, and Luka Doncic in that category. Wolves coach Chris Finch summed it up perfectly. That's what we need him to do. And when he does it, it takes us to another level. He knew that we needed that type of start from our defense, and he brought it. It was really, really good. The Timberwolves certainly followed Edwards' lead. Their 72-41 halftime cushion represented a franchise record for points in a half of a playoff game. Even Shai Gilgeous-Alexander acknowledged Edwards' early impact, saying, "He got some early ones easy. And with good players like that, you can't let them get comfortable early or it looks like that." Speaking of SGA, the MVP had a night to forget. Held to just 14 points on a tough 4 for 13 shooting, while also logging 6 assists and 4 turnovers. The Wolves' defensive effort was truly dynamic, holding the Thunder to just 40.7% shooting as a team and winning the turnover battle, committing only 10 to Oklahoma City's 15. The 42-point loss inflicted upon the Thunder marked the largest in their postseason history. That's a historic beatdown. Wolves guard Mike Conley, one of 7 Minnesota players to hit 2 or more threes, highlighted the significance of the win. Honestly, it just shows us, more than anything, of what we're capable of doing. So, now we've set a standard for ourselves. Like, why aren't we playing with this type of effort every night? So, if we don't do it the next game, that's on us. The series now stands at 2-1, with Game 4 set for Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Back at the Target Center, where the Wolves have been formidable with a 5-1 postseason record. Before leaving the locker room, Edwards was asked if it felt like the series had changed. His response was typical Ant-Man: "No. We're still down. It's just one win. Can't get too high on it. Don't get too low. Just got to try to win another one. Man, this team, they're the best team in the NBA. So, we got to be able to beat this team more than one time. And it's going to be tough." Edwards understands the challenge ahead. One dominant win doesn't erase a 2-0 deficit, but it certainly injects life, confidence, and a whole lot of energy into the Timberwolves. They showed the world what they're capable of when Anthony Edwards is operating at his peak. And their defense is locked in. The Western Conference Finals just got a lot more interesting. And you won't want to miss Game 4. Down 2-0 in the Western Conference Finals, the Minnesota Timberwolves desperately needed a response. And in Game 3, Anthony Edwards delivered a resounding one. Not just outplaying Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but single-handedly dominating stretches of the Oklahoma City Thunder team. Through the first 2 games, SGA had looked every bit the league's MVP. Statistically outperforming Edwards in points, assists, and steals, but in Saturday's 143-101 Game 3 blowout, Edwards announced the Wolves' arrival to the series in grand fashion. He single-handedly outscored Oklahoma City 16-14 in the first quarter, en route to a game-high 30 points in just 30 minutes. He was so dominant, he watched the entire fourth quarter from the bench as Minnesota held a commanding 37-point lead. Edwards' approach was simple. Just ultimate pressure on the ball and shoot it as much as I can. After struggling from 3 to start the series, he found his rhythm, finishing an incredible 12 for 17 from the field, including 5 for -8 from deep, adding 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. It was his 15th career 30-point playoff game, placing him 5th all-time for players aged 23 or younger, trailing only legends like LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Wolves coach Chris Finch emphasized Edwards' importance. That's what we need him to do. And when he does it, it takes us to another level. Finch specifically praised Edwards' defensive effort in the first quarter, noting he was all over the place and set the tone. The Wolves certainly followed Edwards' lead, building a 72-41 halftime cushion, a new franchise record for points in a playoff half. Even Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who was held to just 14 points on 4 for 13 shooting, acknowledged he got some early ones easy. And with good players like that, you can't let them get comfortable early or it looks like that. Minnesota's offensive explosion was fueled by a dynamic defensive effort, holding the Thunder to just 40.7% shooting and winning the turnover battle 15-10. The 42-point loss marked the largest in Thunder postseason history. As Wolves guard Mike Conley put it, this performance shows us, more than anything, of what we're capable of doing. Now we've set a standard for ourselves. Despite the historic win, Edwards remained grounded, reminding everyone, we're still down. It's just one win. Can't get too high on it. Don't get too low. Just got to try to win another one. Man. Game 4 is set for Monday night back at the Target Center, where the Wolves hold a strong 5-1 postseason record, with Anthony Edwards leading the charge. The Timberwolves are looking to prove that Game 3 was not an anomaly, but a turning point in this Western Conference Finals clash.